Okay, no cigarette today. Taking it easy. Hmm. Well, it's been a while. When's the last time you heard the name George Floyd? Me saying it doesn't count. When's the last time, like the last time you not only heard it, but heard somebody discussing any of the events from that day in grave detail? When's the last time you heard that? My guess is it's been a fucking long time because nobody cares anymore. Your neighbor took down his BLM sign in his yard. Nobody has the stickers anymore. Everybody stopped getting the tattoos, the black fist. Nobody posts the black squares. Nobody gives a shit anymore. It's done. The racial, what's the word, support or whatever that blacks were getting for that short period of time is like done, right? It's over. It's canceled. It was cute for a little bit. So I'm not going to talk today about the Derek Chauvin or the situation. I don't really want to say their names. I don't give a shit because it's over. Whatever happened is done. So I'm not bringing it to light. I refuse to beat like a mutilated horse. You get me? But I want to ask you, what did we learn? I'm playing with this, like, I bought this nail thing from, like, the beauty store, and it's kind of, I'm just going to fuck with this, since I need something to, like, do with my hands. What did you learn from that? What did you learn from that year, that COVID year? 2020, a lot happened. A lot happened. And now it's been, like, 4 fucking years. We have time to reflect. We get the Olympics this year. Things are back to normal. Some, people look like dumbasses wearing masks still. You just look abnormal. So now it's time where things are back to basic. So, like, what did you learn? I'll tell you what I learned. I learned that in the absence of national pride, people will choose something to believe in, regardless of how just it is. So, like, it was impossible. And I think this happens a lot in politics, but I also don't like the word politics. But typically, how am I going to say this? I feel as though the George Floyd, like, controversy got to people who never usually gave a fuck about politics, but it was kind of the same thing. Does that make sense? Wherein there was there's an idea that was so outside of yourself and had pretty much nothing to fucking do with anybody who wasn't involved directly in the I'll call it a killing, because he did kill him. Did he kill him or did he overdose? He didn't help him, I'll tell you that. So he indirectly assisted in his death. Let's call it manslaughter. I don't know what the court ruled. I'm going to call it manslaughter. But like, it's just like, politics to me in America is kind of like people, at least right now, maybe I'll get into it when I'm older, when I have like less going on, but I'm 20, I'm doing, not 20, but I'm in my 20s, I'm doing a bunch of shit. Anyways, my point is, like, the George Floyd debacle got to people who typically don't give a fuck about politics at all. And I think it's because they're searching for, like, something to believe in within their own country border. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they just wanted, like, a thing to love. Whether it made sense or not, they didn't give a fuck. It was just like, yes, this is right. Yes. I hate blacks, said some people. I hate whites, said others. I hate the city. Let's burn it down, said some. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's all the same kind of deal. It's all three of those ideals are like, it's funny because they're on opposite sides of the triangle, but it's the same fucking shape. You know what I'm saying? They're all in the same triangle. Wicked, right? Just like, wow, like, think back to how crazy it was that, at least here where I live in a city, like a pretty decently large city, and I travel back and forth between that city pretty often. Dude, windows are just being smashed out. Just windows. People were just like, just fucking shit up in the city, and it was a Tuesday. And now that shit, no chance that's happening anymore. So it's crazy to observe. It's crazy to observe how different things are now than that time. I feel like I lived through my first, not world-changing event, but it was definitely like a national thing. because I wasn't like awake for 9/11. I was around, but I wasn't, conscious. So, but 2020, dude, that was a lot. Think about it. We didn't even get the fucking Olympics. Jesus. And now we have the time to reflect. So I don't know. It was crazy. It was wicked. I'm also going to say something. I don't vote. I haven't voted. And I don't know why. If somebody asked me why I don't vote, I couldn't really explain why I don't. This is one of the few things that I haven't really thought through and I don't have a reasoning for. Maybe that's the reason I don't vote, is because I haven't thought through it very well. And it's like, well, I could just go to the polls and just click on random names, but I don't want to do that. I feel like that's counterintuitive to, what my ancestors fought for. I feel like, and people have told me, like African American people have been like, hey, because our ancestors fought for this right, you should just use it and just take it up. It's like, well, doesn't it defeat the purpose of like just blindlessly selecting names? You know what I mean? Because I feel like I should do the research. And I'm not against voting. I do think it's, at the bare minimum, a machine, obviously, for, obvious reasons. So I'm not super inclined. I'm not like looking forward to the election. It's interesting to see who wins, but, I'm going to take my shit at the same time, do the same workouts, and pursue the same goals, regardless of who the fuck's in office. It's not going to affect me. And I think these days a lot more people are waking up and realizing that a lot of things, I'm being extremely generalistic here, if that's even a word. I'm being extremely generalized. People are waking up and realizing that a lot of things don't really matter as much as they should. Or not as much as they should. They don't really matter as much as they believed them to in the past, which is, I think, part of maturing. It's just like, I think that's the biggest thing, is in 2020, everybody was, it was so much immaturity everywhere. It was difficult to have a conversation because, especially with the pandemic, tensions were just so high everywhere. Like, there's just tension in the air. And you could say you could cut it with a knife, but you couldn't even fucking cut it. It was like, I don't know. It's like you go outside in the mask and nobody's talking. It's quiet. Whenever they make a movie about, they'll definitely make a movie about the vid. But whenever they do, I really hope that they have a scene in a grocery store and there's like no music playing. Because that's the kind of vibe that I feel like all of COVID was just like abnormality. I don't know why I'm thinking about it right now. I'm just reflecting on how fucking lunatic, how much lunacy there was during that year. Crazy. Nothing important. I don't really have anything to say. I'm just kind of talking, but yeah. Shout out to George Floyd. Shout out to Derek Chauvin. He is in prison. He did get stabbed. He got whatever. I mean, think about it. Like, he's a man. So you do. I kind of feel bad for him. I'm gonna be honest. So let me paint you, because the news saw, and I mean literally, 8 minutes of Derek Chauvin's life. And he's been alive for 30, 40 years. We don't know anything about him. People don't even know where he went to college. They don't know anything about his training. And, I mean, some cops are dickheads, but just some men are dickheads. So it's just like, we don't know anything about the guy. And imagine, he's sitting in that courtroom. I feel for him. It does suck. Did he deserve everything he got? Everything? I mean, everything? Truly? I don't know. Did Derek... Sure. He technically committed a crime, and he has to pay the price. But did he deserve all of that? I can't even think of a man besides Donald Trump who's been ridiculed like that in the news since probably I've been alive, to be honest. I mean, people were shitting on Derek Johnson more than fucking Kevin Spacey. Damn, dude, like, they crucified him. They truly crucified him. Did he deserve some? Yes. But all of it? I think people just wanted something to hate, you know? They're just reaching for something because they didn't have anything to love, so they wanted something to hate. And I think, I think that's how it works. Maybe, just maybe, when people don't have something they love, they look for something to hate to replace it. Give me an example. People with blue hair that are overweight. Fat people who are typically liberals. These people don't like, maybe trauma, who knows. But they're kind of all the same archetype. And I'm not going to act like, I'm done acting like it's a normal life to live, is just hating people and things. I'm going to sneeze. Now, I understand that not all obese people with blue hair are liberals that hate everything walking the planet and just, exude malevolence. But that's just the image that pops in my head. Because I see it pretty often. It's a rebel style, I guess, is kind of predictable. I feel as though. I think I'm trying to say that the way people dress, you can tell a lot about them, and it's typically dyed hair, obese, same type of vibe. Anyways. It's just like those people, those folks in general, people who do things like that, don't have anything that they love and are proud of. So as a result, they look for something that they can hate. Not even multiple things, like something that they can hate publicly. Because they literally found love in hating. Because it's kind of easy. Especially mindless hating. So should I title this Hating or George Floyd? Well, you can see whatever I chose. Right now, as I'm talking. First of all, it's the 21st of May. And a couple videos ago, I said I was going to schedule that appointment. Dude, get this shit. So, excuse me. I scheduled the fucking... Actually, I scheduled 2 of those tests that I was going to take. Scheduled one, and, like, my mic wasn't working or some bullshit. No, it was my webcam. My webcam didn't connect, whatever. I did what I needed to do. Called them, said, hey, I paid for this, my webcam didn't fucking connect, what's the next steps? And he goes, yeah, no problem, we'll cancel it, reschedule, send you a voucher. Bet. Use the voucher on the next thing, it's like 2 days later that I scheduled it, and obviously, headphones, microphone, speakers, and these are the things that are required, but headphones is connected to my microphone, as you can see. Can you see this? Do you see how my headphones are connected to my microphone? Let me ask you something. Do you think I can hear anything out of these headphones right now as I'm talking to you? Or at all? Do you think I have ears in my neck? Well, apparently the lady who was proctoring my exam thought that I had, little ears right here. And I was cheating. And so she canceled my fucking exam. Notably, I was pissed. And I made that very clear. I definitely... So the guy who, I don't remember if it was a guy or girl, but whoever spoke to me after, like, my exam was canceled was extremely patient. So shout out to them because, dude, I was so mad. I had also, like, just woken up. I was running on 4 hours of sleep because I went to sleep at, I think, 10, woke up at 2, so there's, like, 4 hours. And then I tried to take the exam, and the bitch was like, yeah, your microphone is connected to your headphones. And, well, she's Indian, so it didn't sound like this at all. But anyways. And she goes, well, it's not part of the exam. And I was typing, because you're typing to the proctor. And I was like, well, no, ma'am. Actually, as a matter of fact, I can't hear dick out of my ear, my goddamn neck, because it's not how the body works and things like that. So, it's just not possible. And she fucking goes, yeah, I'm going to have to cancel the exam. And I said, do not fucking cancel this exam. She canceled the exam. So I just rescheduled like 30 minutes ago for Wednesday. Today's Monday. Well, technically it's Tuesday because it's 2 a.m. But yeah, test is tomorrow. Fuck. You know. I am trying. The effort is there. I will, at least, goddammit, take the test. What else is going on? Haven't jerked off in like, forgot, week and a half, 2 weeks. Testosterone's peaking. I was just telling my friends the other day, dude, I was in the gym. So in the gym, I talk to myself a lot. I haven't listened to music in, man, on runs or in the gym probably since like, I think since I've moved here. So maybe like January or February, and it's May. And it's done a lot. One, I found internal motivation. So I'm not like waiting for the peak of a song to hit a set. It's just like, I don't know, my soul starts to burn and then I fucking just want to work out. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. And I had a friend from school tell me once to like run before a workout. It doesn't have to be super far, but just like run a little bit, get your heart rate up. And also because you don't like running, it's nice to get something you don't like to do out of the way. So I ran. Again, I've been doing it for I think a couple weeks at that time. It was like running before a workout. And I think it was just this day, hadn't jerked off in a while. Fucking diet was solid, sleep was solid, lift was solid, and I was full of carbs and protein. And like the amount of testosterone that was flowing through me had to have been the peak of my life. Because holy fuck, I wanted to strangle everybody in the gym. I felt like I felt like an animal. I don't know how to describe this. And I'm not trying to say too much that'll, get me thrown in a mental institution. But dude, I fucking felt like a demon. I was just like, like fucking like dialed in. I don't know. I was just there. And my eyes were just wide, and like in between sets I was just fucking staring at the ground trying to, because sometimes when I work out at home I could yell and do whatever people do when they're alone, just say stupid shit, but I can't do that when I'm in public because, I look like a dumbass. So I'm kind of just like internally busting at the seams. And that was pretty sick. So I'm going to try and maintain that. Still haven't busted a nut. I'm going to try and keep this going for as long as I can in terms of everything. Also, I think it's I'm pursuing the spirituality a little bit more. The Jehovah's Witnesses have been coming still continuously every week. And I think, that is tomorrow, isn't it? I think tomorrow I have the first, Jehovah's Witness, whatever their fucking congregation is. So hang out there. Be pretty cool. And I think what I like, I want to do a separate video on this. So I don't want to talk too much about it now. I will do a separate video on, the Jehovah's Witness vibe. Because I was like, everybody shits on Jehovah's Witnesses. Let me see what they got to say. I will say, they know the fucking Bible cover to cover. So if you have any questions, maybe you should actually talk to them. Because they know what they're fucking talking about. I'm going to keep it real. They're fucking smart. Really intelligent. Smart as fuck, which is cool because, I typically don't like engaging in long conversations unless I'm learning something from someone, or else it's a waste of my time. It sounds a little pretentious and narcissistic, but I mean, it's true. So, I enjoy talking to the Jehovah's Witnesses because, dude, I'm like, whoa. And the dude I talked to is 18, younger than me, smart as fuck. Pretty cool. Today, it's 2 a.m. I have till 9 a.m. on this shift. Computer's open over there. I work remote from home. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but during the shift, it do be hard to find stuff to do. Now I'm just playing games. Kind of feel like a dickhead, but I also feel like I earned this because college was fucking hard. So did I earn this, or should I be working on something? Kind of conflicts. Obviously, I have other goals, pretty serious goals I pursue, while I'm off the clock. So maybe this is my dick around time, watch Netflix, whatever. But anyways, yeah. George Floyd, Derek Chauvin. All right. Jehovah's Witnesses. And what else did I talk about? Blue-haired, fat people. Okay.